Okay, take two. Um, yeah, I don't know what was going on, but apparently it recorded fine. I played back and I just ended up deleting, so I'm going to record this whole video from scratch. And
push through the pain, let the fire ignite. Every struggle I face is what makes me fight.
welcome back to the video. New camera, still not used to all the features on it and how it records. I'm seeing my VU meter for the audio going in and out sparkly, so I don't know how it's picked up, but when I played it back it seemed it picked up fine, so it's not as, the VU meter is not as sensitive to this thing. So, and then the blinking red dot below the time elapsed on this recording, and the blue light means it's just recording. So I know. Anyways, let me go ahead and restart the screen record on my phone. So I'll put up right here the screen of my Fitify app. I'm gonna launch it there, and then it opens up. When it opens up, because I have already started a workout program called Super Cardio Burner. It's a 12-week program. So this will be my first, I would say, serious workout program. And the fact that it's the longest, the last two plans were actually the same plan, just redone again. We're only 5 weeks long. And I did 4 days, 4 workouts per week for 5 weeks. So that would be 20 different workouts, 20 days workouts. So if you see on the top here, I already did day one was Tabata, and then the last video I made this past Sunday was reviewing the workout for plyometrics. And then the next workout I have for day 3, which is tomorrow, is cardio strength intervals. So I'll go ahead and look at that, and then it'll tell you the name of the workout, day 3, and then you have a 3-minute warm-up, so we'll go to that, and then it gives you the exercises for that warm-up. If you see the menu option there, it says music and sound. If you click on it, it has these playlists. Like right now it defaults to Apple Music because I'm on Apple, or you could do it Spotify, which is the same playlist. It's just over a different view. And then you have your sound settings, where you can have a coach. You have a voice type for your coach, exercise name, welcome, congrats, and that's when you do the actual working out. When you're done with that, like say when I'm done with the workout for the warm up, at the end it will say certain things, nothing too big. And then let's go to the main workout. Again, you have a description of it, you have the estimated time and estimated calories burned for the workout, the music and sound, and then the customized workout. I have a quiet workout, and what that means is that I do a lot of my workout like I'm recording right now, like almost 10:30 at night, and so I do my workouts. And I have other people that live in this house, so and they're in bed early, and I want to keep it quiet. So a lot of the movements that are going to be in the workout are going to be rather quiet movements. So if I click on that, see, it gives you an option. So like the quiet workout, I just activate the button. No time, shorter but more intensive, dumbbell, kettlebell, medicine, and resistance. So I do have a resistance band, but I'm letting someone else use it right now. I have kettlebells that are 10 pounds each. I have dumbbells, I technically have 4 sets of dumbbells, but 2 of them are the same weight at 15 pounds. One's at 10 pounds and one at 5 pounds. So I can't remember why I didn't resist it. Maybe I wanted to do one more workout with just body weight, but it gives you that action. And then you have your list of workouts here. This particular workout night for tomorrow, I've already previewed it, and it's 30, I think 30 or 32 workouts or different movements. But if you go to a particular movement, like this first one here is the step ups for 20 seconds, you click on it, there's a little video of what to do. You don't necessarily have to use the chair, you just have to step up on something that's higher. I have a step here at the edge of the room, which I do, and it tells you the best procedures, breathing, and the different highlighted muscles and the resistance on those particular muscles that it utilizes. So that's it, and then you start it, and it opens up your Apple Watch, automatically syncs it, and gets the heart rate from your Apple Watch. But key, I learned that early on in this app, that a lot of times if I use my Apple Watch for like my walks or whatever, heavy walks, I would connect external armband heart rate monitor to get more accurate heart rate readings. But if you connect external heart rate monitor to the Apple Watch while doing this, it does not record because the app on there only recognizes it only has software to recognize the internal heart rate monitor sensors on the Apple Watch itself. which is fine because the Apple Watch for a wrist-worn device is one of the best wearable devices out there for recording your heart rate as far as for on the wrist. Then of course you have the armband as being second, and then the chest strap being the first. So, but external heart rate monitors don't work with this app on there. So I just use the heart rate sensors that are built into the watch. I just make sure I have it snugged on my wrist, and I let it do its thing. This report is ready. I'll discuss it. I'll bring it up a little bit later. It's basically access to my AI body scan, which is equivalent to a DEXA scan. So we'll go to the next one, workouts. Here's your list of workouts: strength, HIIT or cardio, yoga, stretching, warm-up, recovery. Basically, the fundamentals of workout, where you could create and do your own workout. So if I do HIIT, it gives you a different set of workouts that you could do on here. Or if I do strength, which will probably be after I finish this 12-week program, I will move into, and you could do certain focuses on where you want your strength training to focus in on at a particular time. And then the middle item is food. So you could customize your food and your nutrition intake and your dietary needs for your workouts. And these are recipes. This is not a macro counting feature of the app. For that, I use chronometer, and then for redundancy purposes, macros first. But I like chronometer. But anyway, so this is some menu items that they give you. And it's part of your monthly subscription. I think it's like $8 a month. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And then you go over to Mindset or Mind. This is a rather new feature. Not the newest feature, but a newer feature. When I first had this app, it didn't exist. This is basically like stress relief, meditation, breathing exercises, and sleep and all that stuff. And it has the sleep noises, and sometimes I forget that this is even in here. So, because I don't tend to use Fitify for my sleep noises. I actually used the Zep Aura, but I'm no longer using the Zep app because my Amazfit battery is dead. I can't recharge it. It's just a dead watch now, so I have to replace the battery on it. But yeah, so it has a whole bunch of features on here based on what your particular desires are, breath work, and all that stuff, beginners. So it's quite interesting. And when you get done with your session on here, it'll actually record it to your Apple Health as mindfulness, like a mindfulness like you did to your breathing and meditation through your Apple Watch. It'll record it as that type of session with your Apple Health. And then let's go to the profile. So this is like your general profile stuff. You have your own profile picture. You probably see this picture on my profile here on YouTube and on X. Then you have your invite friends, where they'll give you credit. And then here's your statistics. This is where you can review your workouts. So you have your workouts for the week. You click on the right arrow on the top right corner, and it will bring you to your last workouts. Like I said, here's the plyometrics I did on Sunday. So there's the information from there. You could go back to last Sunday's video, and you can review that information there. And then you have your step counts, which gets it from Apple Health, being synced from Apple Health. And I hold on to it. There it goes. Yeah, see, 5,643 steps was last night's total. And also, like I said in the last week, a quick review of this section last week, that the time in bed data is not working. But I have since made contact with Fitify, and their app engineers are looking into it. And then the weight reads it from Apple Health. I have a scale from eTech City, which does a generic reading of my weight and body composition. Of course, is way up here, and then you could also manually update your weight. And then, of course, you have progress pics, which you could take a before and after progress pic. And that's how it does. Right now, I have this. I'll be taking, and I should have taken one when I ended the last one, and I should have taken another one when I started this week, but I failed on that part. So that's under stats. And then you got that, like I said, the results one was for the AI body scan. So this is a separate feature. Sorry about that. I probably saw that. I have a shortcut on the back of my phone which activates my TV at my room. But anyways, but yeah, this is like a DEXA scan AI, and this is an additional feature for this app. It's just built in, but it's also only $20 a year to have this feature added to your service. So what it does, of course, it timestamps it, dates it. It gets the weight. That's also from Apple Health, like it get, and it tells you your for here it says a brief summary of your body fat percentage, and your percentage lean muscle. If you click on it, you can see an actual 3D rendering, because when you are doing the scan, you're actually instructed to slowly turn 360, so it gives you a good scan, and it uses the front camera here on my phone to do that. And then it gives you your key stats, fat mass, lean mass, body fat percentage. Like, this is my body fat percentage is 56% when I took this, and of course I weigh in every day, so my scale said my body fat percentage was basically 2% higher. So, and then with the scale, you have to take it as it's using an algorithm to estimate your body fat. This has a little bit more accuracy because it's doing a full body picture scan of your composition, so it's probably a little bit more accurate. But I have yet to actually do this right when I'm doing a DEXA scan at a DEXA scan office and compare it. I would like to do one day when I do my next DEXA scan. I want to do this, do the DEXA scan and also my scale, do all three, and do like a comparison of those three. That would probably be something. Leave it in the comments below if you would like to see that. And then of course you got my weight, and then the neck size, 21 inches, upper chest, waist, left bicep, right bicep. I think that should be just like the arms. I'm not like flexing. I'm just standing there, taking the scan, so I'm not flexing or anything. And then you got your waist to hip ratio, your hips, left upper thigh, right lower thigh, left calf, right calf, the standard measurements. And of course, with the DEXA scan, I'm sure you could get, you definitely do get more of a breakdown. It's more in depth because you're on probably like $1 million machine from General Electric that's actually scanning your actual body insides and all that stuff. So, and then you just click the new body scan in. It's very particular on how you scan in the camera, so, and have to get your arms out just right and everything. So, and then here's my journey so far. It says I've burned 10,000 calories. I've done 140 different workouts. I've worked out for 19 hours on this app. My streaks and like a little awards symbols, and I'm able to share that. And then just the general settings that you get with a lot of these apps: edit profile, exercise packs, food, reminders, fitness plans, sounds, integrations. What does it have integration? Right now it's just have Apple Health. I've been wanting to see if they would be willing to add maybe integrating with Strava, because I know my Caliber app, when I'm done with that workout, I do have it linked to my Strava account, and when I'm done with it, it automatically syncs and publishes the workout to Strava, which is kind of neat. So I'd like to see maybe Fitify, if Martin and the crew out there at Fitify are watching this, maybe try getting this to sync to Strava. And then of course you could follow them on their social platforms, X, Facebook page, and the Instagram. They also have a YouTube channel, but I don't see too much activity on that channel. So, but yeah, that is a rather quick, and I'm already 8 minutes into this. So this is gonna be a one-take wonder, or one-take video, just to keep it simple. But that's how I do it. I guess the next thing I could show you, possibly, let's see here if I could go. I could show you how this works on Apple Health if I could get to the Apple Fitness app. Let me go to it. And as it loads up here, I'll click on my sessions, and you can see the last workout did the plyometrics. It's listed as high intensity interval training, or a HIIT. So the linkage, it's limited to what Apple has their workout categories. So if I click on it, give it a few seconds, it will load up more details. Of course, it tells you the time, the workout time, the roughly amount of the calories burned, average heart rate, and then this moderate level. That's what I put in to what thinking what my moderate, and then the heart rate. It doesn't give you heart rate zones. That's one thing I would like to see, as far as, because I know on the Fitify app itself it does detail the heart rate zones. I would like to see those, if that information synced over to Apple Health. So like when I hit average heart rate right here, like after I do my walks or whatever, that the heart rate zones are here too for Fitify. But otherwise, it's just a basic data linkage here. So that is basically it. That's the Fitify app. Um, yeah. So if let me go ahead and stop recording on the phone here. So that is the Fitify app. That is the app I use basically for my main workouts and body compositions. To be honest, I have not used the menu part, the meal program. Maybe one day I will break down and pick a nice little meal, low carb meal, and cook that up for lunch or whatever, and we'll try that out. So yeah, that's going to be today's video. If you have any questions or comments, I think my next video I might take you on from one of my walks, and we'll go from there. And I'll also be including some of my other tools that I use that are helping me out through my weight loss journey, and I appreciate having access to this app. I really appreciate Martin, the guys at Fitify for that, and it's helping me out, especially nowadays that struggling with unemployment and my budget's very thin, weight loss and all that. With getting the healthier meals out there is a lot more expensive, and I'm not going into the economics of it. It's just in general, fuller meals like going to the grocery store and buying chicken breasts or chicken thighs, or steak, ground chicken, ground turkey, ground beef, whatever have you, or bison, which I want to try ground bison one day. That's really expensive meat, but I heard it's really good in as far as for a protein, and it also has some good flavoring. And so yeah, with all that said, and then of course with my supplementation, I'm a First Form affiliate, so you can use my link in the bio of this video, and you can click on it to go and get your First Form supplements and Form energy drinks and Form protein RTDs, which are ready to drink proteins at 30 grams of protein. So that's what I do. I promote the First Form, and I'm glad to be part of a great community, probably the best supplement brand in the country. It's also independently owned. It's not owned by a mass conglomerate corporate company. A lot of them are like the soda brand companies like Dr. Pepper, Keurig, or Coke, and Pepsi are owning it, or Kellogg's is getting into the brand. And then you see in all these companies saying they're putting protein in their products, and which is causing a little bit of shortage, but their protein in their products is still not genuine protein. It's still low. It's just they're just saying that they have protein to try to fool the consumer. But get your protein from your chicken, your meat, your fish, which also has a good source of omegas. So yeah, all that stuff. I could go over the supplement routine that I have also in the next video, but I'm just going to break this down. I don't really have a schedule. I'll just pick and choose what I'm going to be going over with my next video and just do it. So maybe just doing a walk next, and then I'll break down and maybe use a nutrition tracker guidance of what I'm using for my nutrition guider, and do like another screen recording. And it's called Chronometer. That's the main one I'm using. They're from British Columbia, Canada. So yeah, I like them because they have also, everybody's just doing macronutrients. Your body needs more than macronutrients like protein, fats, carbs, and your calorie count. That's all. Yeah, it's all good and dandy, but you also need to know how much vitamins you're taking in, how much niacin, phosphorus, phosphate, calcium, zinc, and all that stuff, because you don't want to have your internal organs be overdosed with all these excess minerals and stuff, and you just got to do it. And that's part of getting a complete blood and lab workup. And I've learned all of this stuff. I'm still learning, and of course I'm learning it more for what I'm going through and what I need, what I don't need, what I need to stay away from, what I need to keep it focused on, and all that stuff step by step. But it's all with a grain of salt, all in time. I have to be patient. I can only do so much with my limited budget, and the only source of income I really have right now is doing the side gig workouts with DoorDash. I used to do Uber Eats, but they changed it and blocked me out there, so I can't ever do. I can't just log on to Uber Eats anymore and go out driving for them. But now I have to do DoorDash or Delivery Panda or Roadie or whatever. That's hearsay. That's for another day. I'm just going off on a tangent right now. So yeah, that's it. Fitify app. I'm done. Like I said, just have questions, leave it in the bottom of the video, and we'll see you on the next video. Talk to you later.